Nearly half of all refrigerators sold since 2015 have already had a problem. Not 10%, not 20%, nearly half. That's from Consumer Reports. 71,000 refrigerators surveyed. Today I'm showing you the 3 machines that beat that number. Budget, mid-range, luxury. Every claim sourced. Every number verifiable. Act 1. The real numbers. Let me show you exactly what Consumer Reports found when they surveyed 71,000 refrigerators. French door refrigerators, the ones filling every showroom floor, fail at a rate of 49% before year 5. Top freezers fail at 28%. That gap isn't random. More features, more doors, more systems, more failure points. Consumer Reports says it directly fridges with through-the-door ice and water dispensers require the most repairs. The very features used to justify higher prices are the first things to break. And when the compressor goes, the median repair bill is $562 on a machine that cost $1,200, nearly half the purchase price. Gone. Samsung had hundreds of CPSC complaints malfunctioning ice makers, temperatures too warm to safely store food. LG French doors are more likely to have compressor failures than most other brands, both documented by Consumer Reports. These aren't obscure brands, these are the machines with the touchscreens, the Wi-Fi, the cameras inside the door. The data is telling you something. 3 machines listen to it. Let me show you the first one. Act 2. The budget pick. Budget under $900. Whirlpool WRT 311 FCDW. Whirlpool, Home Depot, on this list. Here's why the data puts it here. 8% failure rate over 5 years. The French door average is 49%. That is not a marginal difference. That is a fundamentally different machine. Whirlpool's overall failure rate sits at 12% over 10 years. Industry average is 25%. The independent 2026 Appliance Reliability Report identifies exactly why: simple engineering, very few failure points, and parts available at every hardware store when repairs are needed. This capacitor from a $1,200 French door refrigerator was already failing at year 3. The Whirlpool has no ice maker, no water dispenser, no complex electronics. The failure points that killed that machine simply don't exist in this design. No ice maker is a feature, not a flaw. Consumer Reports documents ice makers as one of the top 2 failure points across the entire refrigerator category. Fewer systems, fewer failures. $900 versus a $562 repair bill at year 3. But the Whirlpool wins through simplicity. The mid-range machine wins through something different. A specific written commitment that no other manufacturer at its price point will put in writing. One number. Stay for it. Act 3. The mid-range pick. Mid-range, $1,400, $2,000. Miele, French door and column series. Miele, German manufacturer. Family owned since 1899. Motto, immer besser, forever better. The number I mentioned, 20 years. That is their published engineering specification. Not marketing language, a documented commitment, meaning every component is tested to survive that full-duty cycle before it goes into production. Industry average lifespan, 7 to 10 years. Miele publishes double that, in writing, and the independent data confirms they're hitting it. 8% failure rate over 10 years, against an industry where 49% of French door refrigerators have a problem before year 5. Now the full picture, because you deserve both sides. When Miele machines do need repairs, parts are expensive and specialized. That is documented and real. You are buying fewer repairs but more costly ones when they occur. Whether the math works depends on your budget. But here's what tips it. Divided across 20 years, $1,400 to $2,000 becomes $70 to $100 per year. Your daily coffee costs more. And here's the transparency test. Go to Miele's website right now, search their design lifespan, 20 years, published, in writing, downloadable. Now try to find the same information from the brands with the 49% failure rate. Try to find the capacitor voltage rating, the compressor bearing grade, the component specs for the machine you paid $1,400 for. In documented consumer experiences across repair forums and appliance communities, the answer is consistently one of 2 things. a redirect to a warranty, frequently asked questions, or the information described as proprietary. Component specifications. For a machine you own, proprietary, that's what the repair community says about Miele. In an industry where half of all refrigerators fail before year 5, a machine repair technicians almost never see as doing something fundamentally different. But I told you at the start, the luxury machine has a feature that has existed since 1955 that the rest of the industry still hasn't adopted. 70 years, and counting. Act 4, the luxury pick. Luxury $3,200, $4,500 plus. Sub-Zero BI, 36U. Sub-Zero, Madison, Wisconsin. Here's the origin story because it explains everything. In the 1930s, Westy Bakke began experimenting with refrigeration for one reason. His young son needed insulin stored reliably, consistently, every single day. In 1943, he built his first freezer in his basement, from scrap metal, bending the coils by hand. His grandson, Jim Bakke, is the current president and CEO. Still privately held, still family-owned, still in Wisconsin. A man built a freezer in his basement for a sick child. His grandson runs the company 80 years later. That is not just a story, that is an engineering philosophy, and it shows up in one thing. In 1955, Sub-Zero introduced dual refrigeration, 2 independent compressors, 2 completely separate cooling systems, one for the refrigerator, one for the freezer. No shared airflow between them. Every other refrigerator, including the 2 excellent machines I just showed you, runs one compressor, one system, one point of failure. When it fails, everything fails simultaneously. In a Sub-Zero, if one system develops a fault, the other keeps running. Your food stays cold, you get an alert, you schedule service at your convenience. Sub-Zero also documented a second benefit directly. The air from each compressor circulates only in one compartment. Food odors from the refrigerator will not get into the freezer and vice versa. No ice that tastes like last night's dinner. No freezer burn from cross-contaminating humidity. They didn't engineer around this problem. They eliminated its cause. The warranty, 2 years full coverage. 5 years on the sealed system, both compressors, both condensers, both evaporators. 12 years limited on sealed system parts. Industry standard, 1 year. A manufacturer only offers that warranty if their engineering data says they won't be paying out on it constantly. Documented lifespan, 18 to 20 years or longer. Sub-Zero pioneered this in 1955. 70 years later, the rest of the industry still runs a single compressor. One point of failure. They looked at this solution and chose not to use it. 3 machines, 3 price points, 1 pattern. Sub-Zero, family-owned since 1945. 3rd generation, privately held. Miele, family-owned since 1899. 125 years, will never go public. Whirlpool, lowest failure rate in category. 12% over 10 years. When the person approving a component decision has their family name on the building when they think in decades, not quarters, cutting a corner looks different. A publicly traded company that reduces component quality saves money this quarter. The failures show up 3 years later. Someone else's quarter, after the warranty expired. Someone else's problem. A family-owned company that reduces component quality gets a phone call, and they remember it. The 49% failure rate is not an accident. It is the result of decisions made by people who will never be in the room when the consequences arrive. The machines on this list were built by people who will. The refrigerator industry has a 49% problem rate. The machines on this list don't. The question isn't why these 3 are different. The question is why every other manufacturer looked at the same data and kept building the same machine anyway.